Malcolm-Jamal Warner's last swim lasted just 67 seconds before a rip current swallowed the man the world still calls Theo Huxtable. Official reports say accident, but eyewitnesses whisper about a frantic wave for help, an empty lifeguard stand, and a warning sign nobody noticed. Within hours, Instagram lit up. Eddie Griffin mourning, "My little brother." Angela Bassett posting 3 broken heart emojis. Even Bill Cosby, silent for years, calling it a family loss. Yet one tribute hasn't surfaced. A private voicemail from a former co-star captures Warner's final promise. Words so raw, his family kept them sealed. Stick around, because in the last minute, we'll play that message. You'll hear the line that froze every newsroom in Hollywood. August 18th, 1970, Jersey City. Pamela Warner names her only child after Malcolm X and jazz great Ahmad Jamal, 2 icons of voice and vision. Divorce uproots 9-year-old Malcolm to Los Angeles, where acting classes replace playground time. By 14, he walks into NBC auditions on the final day and walks out as Theo Huxtable. The Cosby Show debuts 1984 and averages 25 million viewers a week, more people than the population of Australia then. Warner's comedic timing lands him an Emmy nod at 16. But fame isn't all applause. In diary excerpts revealed years later, he wrote, "Success at 14 feels like wearing shoes 2 sizes too big. Everyone claps, but you trip a lot." Pressure pushes many child stars to meltdown. Warner chooses mentorship instead, shadowing directors between takes. Behind the studio laugh track, he's already plotting Block 2. How to stay creative without staying Theo. Next twist, the teenager who made Thursday nights must now learn to call action on grown-up dreams. During season 3, Warner starts spending lunch breaks in the control booth, peppering veteran director Jay Sandrich with questions about framing, lighting, and pacing. NBC executives think it's a phase, until Warner submits a storyboard and wins approval to direct a 1988 episode at age 18. His new obsession spills off the lot. He helms music videos for New Edition's If It Isn't Love and Special Ed's I Got It Made, earning bet rotation before he has a driver's license. Industry insiders snicker, calling him a novelty. Ratings clap back. The episode he directed becomes that season's 2nd most watched. Directing shields him from the child star curse, but staying versatile means leaving comfort zones. In 1992, he headlines the sitcom Here and Now, then gambles bigger with Malcolm and Eddie on fledgling UPN. Reviews are mixed. Chemistry with Eddie Griffin is not. Their backstage bond will later produce the voicemail that breaks hearts worldwide. But here's the catch. Comedy is only half of Warner's reinvention. Wait until you hear the bass line that wins him a Grammy. Few knew Theo owned a Fender jazz bass. Fewer knew he practiced nightly until calluses bled. In 2003, Warner drops the miles-long mixtape, fusing jazz riffs with spoken-word verses on race and resilience. Critics shrug. Underground cafes in Atlanta play it until sunrise. 4 years later, he doubles down with love and other social issues, sharing stages with jazz virtuosos like Marcus Miller. Skeptics fade in 2015 when Stevie Wonder invites him onto Jesus, Children of America. The track wins Best Traditional R&B Performance at the Grammys, beating releases by Beyoncé and Mary J. Blige. Warner could have toured arenas, instead he books small clubs, citing intimacy over industry. Then comes 2022's Hiding in Plain View, a spoken-word album revealing his lifelong vision impairment. The Grammy nomination shocks fans who never noticed he sometimes memorized set layouts to avoid tripping cables. Warner's art blossoms as his private life quietly transforms. Who is the mystery attorney who became his secret wife? Hollywood gossip columns tried for years to map Warner's dating life. Michelle Thomas, Karen Molina White, Regina King, yet missed the real story. In 2016, he meets a Bridgeport, Connecticut civil rights attorney at an Atlanta fundraiser. Friends say she challenged his spoken word set, arguing one poem ignored disabled women's struggles. Warner was floored by her fearlessness. By 2019, they exchanged private vows in a blufftop ceremony. Only a jazz trio and 10 relatives attend. Their daughter arrives July 2020. Same week, Warner begins shooting The Resident Season 4. Castmates recall him FaceTiming diaper tutorials between scenes. He refuses to reveal wife or daughter's names, telling Variety, "Fame is my diet, not theirs." Paparazzi label him paranoid. Fans call it proof of character. Vacation photos from Costa Rica show the trio building sandcastles hours before disaster. Yet one detail remains unexplained. Why did Warner enter a surf zone famously flagged for rip currents? And where were lifeguards? Next block, reconstructing the timeline of his final day, minute by minute. July 20th, 2025, 11:38 a.m., Warner rents a blue foam board from a beach vendor near Puerto Viejo. 11:46, he wades in waist-deep, waves at his wife, filming on her phone. 11:47, eyewitness Luca Ramirez hears Warner yell, "Strong pull." A rip current can move faster than an Olympic swimmer. This one drags seaward at 8 feet per second. 11:48, Ramirez and two tourists swim toward him but retreat when the current pivots south. 11:49, lifeguard station reportedly unmanned. Local papers later confirm staffing shortage due to budget cuts. 11:50, Warner disappears underwater. 12:12 p.m., Red Cross responders recover his body 300 meters downshore. The autopsy lists asphyxia by drowning, no intoxicants detected. The Costa Rican Tourism Board issues condolences, promising new warning signage. Still, questions linger. Would a staff tower have changed the outcome? Did Warner, an experienced swimmer, underestimate the current? His family stays silent, but Hollywood breaks into collective grief. Next twist. Inside the tidal wave of celebrity tributes, and the surprising critic who credits Warner for saving her career. Eddie Griffin posts first. A black and white still from Malcolm and Eddie captioned, "My writer, my mentor, my brother." Within an hour, Angela Bassett writes, "Your light taught us grace under pressure." Magic Johnson recalls late-night Lakers games where Warner analyzed plays like scripts. Singer Jennifer Hudson tweets, "He told me to trust the low notes, life and music." Jamie Foxx, recovering from health scares, says Warner checked on him weekly. Real ones dial the phone, not just click-like. Tracy Ellis Ross shares a set selfie from Read Between the Lines, adding, "Every laugh with you felt like church." Chef Lauren Von Derpa posts a photo of her first A-list catering job, Warner's birthday jam session. Even critics join in. Former tabloid columnist Lonnie Love admits she once mocked Warner's quiet career, then reveals he privately funded her scholarship for women in comedy. Most striking is Bill Cosby's statement, controversial given his own scandals, calling Warner the bridge between my generation and the next. Public opinion splits, but the sentiment underscores Warner's cross-generational impact. But there's one message fans haven't heard. The voicemail Eddie Griffin left hours after confirmation. Playtime is coming. While filming The Resident in Atlanta, Warner buys a modest townhouse in historic Sweet Auburn and dives into local culture. He jams with brass bands at Apache Cafe, mentors kids at Spelman's summer arts camp, and quietly funds a food co-op in West End. In 2023, he launches Not All Hood, a podcast dissecting media tropes around Black America. Episode 2, Theo Grows Up, breaks 500,000 downloads, featuring candid chats with directors about typecasting. He pledges merch proceeds to Vision to Learn, a nonprofit providing glasses to low-income students, an echo of his own vision challenges. During the 2024 SAG-AFTRA strike, Warner delivers a viral sidewalk speech. Fair wages write tomorrow's stories. The clip earns 12 million views and a standing ovation from Viola Davis, who reposts it with fire emojis. But advocacy didn't pad his bank account. How did Warner manage money, and what happens to his estate now? Despite a resume stretching 4 decades, Warner's estimated net worth tops out at $14 million. Impressive, yet modest beside peers with similar screen time. Friends say he eschewed 6-figure endorsement deals to avoid selling stuff I don't use. Financial records show diversified but small-scale investments, indie film production, a minority stake in an Atlanta vegan cafe, royalty streams from Spotify, and trust funds for nieces in New Jersey. He leased a practical Tesla Model Y, joking, "I can charge my bass amp in the frunk." Estate attorneys confirm Warner drafted a will in 2021 allocating 40% of future royalties to educational nonprofits. His daughter inherits publishing rights to his poetry, but his wife becomes executor, ensuring the family remains shielded from tabloid frenzy. Yet one posthumous project could multiply his legacy. A documentary he secretly shot during the resident rap party. Footage producers now plan to release. What unseen moments might fans discover? Titled Hidden in Plain View, The Journey of Malcolm-Jamal Warner, the film began as behind-the-scenes content but morphed into a personal manifesto. Crew notebooks reveal Warner narrating his own chapters, reflecting on childhood fame, racial representation, and fatherhood. Editor Clara Jones confirms 80% is finished, needing only narration pickups. Now impossible. Producers debate whether to use AI voice cloning or assemble audio from podcast archives. The decision could spark ethical debates mirroring those around Prince's Vault releases. Streaming giants circle the project. Netflix reportedly offers 7 figures for global rights, pledging a scholarship fund in Warner's name. If released, the doc may answer lingering questions. What fears drove him to privacy? How did vision impairment shape his art? And speaking of answers, it's time. The voicemail Eddie Griffin didn't want public is here, with the family's blessing. Voicemail plays, speaker quality crackling. "Yo, Malk, it's your big brother, man. They just told me and I can't breathe. If laughter is medicine, you are my whole pharmacy. I'm gonna keep the jokes going like you said. Keep them laughing so they forget to cry. I love you, lil bro. See you when the curtain drops." The 40-second message ends with silence. No sobs, just a soft exhale. It encapsulates Warner's ethos, healing through humor, dignity in grief. From Jersey City classrooms to Emmy stages, from Grammy nights to Atlanta street jams, Malcolm-Jamal Warner mastered reinvention without losing authenticity. He proved a child star can age with grace, that fame and privacy can coexist, and that impact isn't measured in car fleets, but in lives uplifted. Now, we turn to you. What chapter of Warner's story moved you most? The Cosby years? The Grammy surprise? The activism no headline captured? Drop your take in the comments. If this tribute opened a new angle on a man you thought you already knew, hit like, tap subscribe, and share this episode of Celebrity Scandal Watch. Next week, we unravel another Hollywood enigma. But that's a cliffhanger for later. Until then, remember Warner's final gift. Keep them laughing so they forget to cry.